Hi, I'm Katelyn, and my family has moved more times than I ever expected. And every move has forced me to confront my things that I own and the way we were living, which I think is both the blessing and the curse of this. This series is me sharing those seasons and what they taught me about simplifying and creating a home that feels easier to manage after each move. So, this is episode 3 in this series. So, if you've missed it, please go back and watch the other two. Because this is really where it was the tipping point. This next season was one that changed everything for me. We decided that we were going to move from our apartment we'd been living in to a camper. And what I expected when going from this apartment to a camper was overwhelm, which is a feeling that I've been accustomed to for many periods of my life. But what I actually felt was relief, and that surprised me. So, at that point that we decided to move into a camper, we just came out of a very transitional season from living with my parents, using a storage unit, and really trying to figure out what the next move for us was going to be. So, we moved into an apartment. And I remember still holding on to so many things, furniture and extra items and pieces that I thought we would use someday. But now what I'm realizing is I think I was holding on to this version of myself that no longer fit in this future. Like I was holding on to this version of life that I thought we were building towards. Or like I felt like I was still holding on to a version of life I thought we were building. And then life shifted again. Because we bought this home, but it wasn't currently, we were not able to live it and move into it right away. There's a lot of many things that needed to happen, and we decided that moving into a camper would be the best option. Like, I kind of feel like sometimes you hear people moving into campers, and then it kind of sounds hard. But for me, what I found was that you think of the challenges first: less space, fewer conveniences, more adjustments, smaller living. But almost immediately, once we were in there, I felt so much lighter. Like, lighter than I've felt in so long. Like, the lightest I felt probably in my whole life. Because I just didn't have as much to manage anymore. There weren't endless rooms to keep up with, there weren't endless surfaces to clean. It was just simple. Like, there just weren't extra things waiting around for me. And I think that's what we really needed. Like, for the first time in a long time, my home didn't feel like it was asking something of me all the time. That season taught me what enough actually looked like in my life. My kids were outside all the time. I was outside all the time. It was so lovely to just wake up and know that you could just step right outside and you'd be outside. We would cook meals outside all the time. Like, I've always loved being outdoors, and living in a camper made me love it even more. I was honing in on the things that we use every single day. I wasn't really missing the things that I had packed away. We just had things that supported the life that we were living. And everything else was fine being packed away. So I think that's also when something really shifted in me. I stopped trying to build my life in a certain way and I started paying attention to what actually felt good to live in. I really tuned into what felt manageable, what felt calm, really what allowed me to show up better as a mom. So I realized I didn't need more systems. My kids didn't need more toys. I didn't need more organization. I just needed less things to manage and less places to put them. Because before that, I thought the answer was thinking about how I could manage everything. But in the camper, there wasn't room to handle everything. There was only room for what actually mattered. And while obviously that season didn't last forever, what I learned in that season has stayed with me Because now, even though we live in a small space, I still come back to that feeling. We have less to manage, we have clearer spaces, and I have a home that doesn't constantly need something from me. I think we're so often told that we need more space, more things, and more solutions that will make life easier. But for me, it was the opposite. Letting go, simplifying, and having less to manage, that's what made my life feel lighter. So if your home feels overwhelming right now, you are not doing anything wrong. You just might have too much to carry or too much to manage, like I did. And this is actually something I've been building. It's something for women who are at that starting point, who are going to decide to choose to live differently. The women who are just learning how to have less to manage. I'll leave it in the description so you can check it out. So in episode 4, I'm going to talk about how living in a 600 square foot place actually brings more contentment. So I hope to see you in the next one. And like I said, if you've missed the other 2 episodes before this one, I would go back and watch them. See you soon.